Okay, so I saw this tweet. Black people, what's a white album that had you in a chokehold? Wanted to give a couple of picks for you guys. This is the first one. When I say this is one of my pop Bibles, I truly mean it. I listen to this album every day for quite a long time. And, I listen to some of her country hits. I like them, but, as a pop aficionado, when this album came out, this was everything to me, and it still is, to be honest. I hope that she gets her masters back so I can listen to the original version because the new version is good, but the original reigns supreme. If you want to know my overall thoughts on the new version, check out my YouTube channel. And Anastasia 25, I give a full review of 1989 Taylor's version. But I mean, hit after hit after hit. Style, Out of the Woods, Blank Space, I Know Places is one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs. I Love Clean. The standard version, no skips. No skips. The deluxe version, You're in Love is definitely a skip for me. But Taylor went into the studio and had to do something serious, and that's what she gave me with this album. I will always have a special place in my heart for this album, and it's one of her best albums. I do not care. There's always a bunch of slander, but some of us like fun. That's why I love Shake It Off, and she did what needs to be done. Number two, I'm gonna go Blackout Britney Spears. This is one that I've been listening to a lot recently, and yeah, has to be her best album now that I've been thinking about it more and more. It's pretty consistent for the most part. I mean, Piece of Me is definitely iconic. I love Radar. So good that she had to put it on two separate albums. Why Should I Be Sad is like top three Britney to me. I do not care what she did with that. Was amazing. The deluxe tracks, Get Back, Oh, was something serious. Everybody, yup, yup. Toy Soldier is very underrated, by the way. Just the electro pop that she was doing on this album. Shout out to Danger. Shout out to the songwriters on this album. Yeah, hit after hit after hit. I mean, just so many excellent moments on this album overall. Such a cool listen. I just really love what she went for with this album. I love a good experimental album. Emphasis on good. Because just because you experiment doesn't mean that it's going to turn out pretty, but they did what had to be done. Life changing, life altering, a pop Bible in a sense, and you must listen to it if you have not already. Next up, ran by Paul McCartney. If you've seen enough of my videos, you know that Paul McCartney is one of my favorite artists of all time. So, I had to put a Paul McCartney or Beatles album in this slot. I decided to pick this one. It's a really nice vibe. At the time it came out, people wanted to pan this album, da da da. But as time has went on, people are like, "Oh, this is one of his best albums." I really can appreciate what he was able to do with this album. Too Many People, Uncle Albert, Albemarle Halsey is definitely one of my favorites on this album. The backseat of my car is definitely a great moment on here. Yeah, him and Linda made a masterpiece. I fear, yep. The white people was in their bag with this one. Last up, I'm picking Sweetener Ariana Grande. A lot of her fans don't really go for this album, and they're kind of is a divide. You either stand this album or thank you next. But I've made the right decision in standing Sweetener. Why? Because we have some career defining moments. And every time, Get Well Soon. If you've never listened to Get Well Soon a cappella, go do yourself a favor and listen to it. Incredible vocal layering. I love the intro of this album. No Tears Left to Cry is absolutely iconic. Yeah, this album, Rem. Oh my god, I forgot to mention Rem. That's literally my favorite song on the entire album. And yeah, another experimental moment and something that definitely paid off. I love the color scheme of this album. I can appreciate the era for what it was. And yeah, these are just some white albums that have made it so cold. There's a lot more that I could go to, but these are the first ones that came to my mind. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments.